Hey, good morning, Eastern Oregon, and welcome to this September 10th version of AM Live on EOA, your connection to Eastern Oregon, and we are on the EOA network. If you want to find all of our links, it's at eoa.network. There also is a place where if you choose to support us, you can take advantage of that also. So, how are you, man?
Scan that QR code that's on the screen.
Yeah.
And it'll also take you directly to the EOA network.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's second Monday already. Ooh.
Yeah.
September 10th.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Time
is flying.
We were going to have Paul Anders with us this morning, but he was ill earlier this morning, sent me a text, and is not going to be able to make it. We're going to try and get him rescheduled soon here. So.
Are we doing it Thursday?
I hadn't heard.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I sent him a text to see if he could do it Thursday, but I haven't heard back. So, yeah, we'll see. So, anyhow, so it's just us goofs this morning.
Yeah, it'll be a short show. That's the only thing when somebody, has something come up. We don't have, it's already a short show if we don't have a guest, but then, if we get a last second, hey, I'm sick, we don't have any time to.
Yeah, because normally if it's just the two of us, we try and find something extra to throw in and stuff, but it's just kind of the way it is. So
good thing there's a lot of sports to talk about.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Well, you want to do it?
Let's do it.
All right.
AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit. Every Friday night at 6 p.m., Hobby Habit hosts a Magic Night. Get together with some buddies and draft them from the most current standard set to become a Magic Master. Hobby Habit, 411 Fur in LeGrand, just for the fun of it. LHS football dropped a tough battle with Vail on Friday night at Community Stadium. The final score was 30-8. The Tigers showed some flashes of greatness, but Vail proved to be the bigger and stronger, just more physical team. Local sports photographer Brenna Strand sent me some pictures. She's getting good, man. These are some great pictures right here. She shoots pictures of the Shrine game for us, and anybody that ever has any sports pictures and they want to send them to me, and I'll put them on the show. I have no problem with it. This LHS football team, we look young, and we are young. I mean, we have 6 seniors. It's going to be a tough GOL season for LeGrand, I think. After watching some of the GOL teams this weekend, I think LeGrand's going to struggle a little bit. They'll head to Tillamook this Friday for a 6 p.m. kickoff over there, and that's a rematch of 2 years ago's semifinal game where you saw LeGrand lose to Tillamook in Gresham. That was a tough game. I think we had 6 turnovers, and we still ended up almost coming back and winning. Around the Valley of Football, Elgin went to Perrydale and lost 44-0. Cove lost 14-0 to Enterprise. Embler lost 44-28 to Condon, and Powder Valley beat Pilot Rock 36-0. In the GOL, Ontario beat Nissa 49-0. Pendleton lost 21-20 to Caldera, and Baker lost 55-28 to Scappoose. Although that game was a lot closer than 55-28, it was really close all the way through 3 quarters. Crook County beat Estacada, which, I mean, this says a lot about the GOL. They beat Estacada, who's a tough team, 42-6. My thoughts on the GOL right now, we're probably going to see Pendleton and Crook County right at the top, and then it'll kind of filter down from there. LHS boys soccer dropped a pair of road games over the weekend, losing 8-1 to Cottage Grove and 6-0 to Crook County, while the girls from LHS soccer went on the road, winning 2-0 at Seaside and tying with Crook County. One of the things that I hate about soccer is ties. Ties are like kissing your sister. EOU had a fairly rough weekend. The football team traveled to Dillon, Montana to take on Montana Western in their beautiful new facility, and I watched the game. That new field in Dillon is beautiful. EOU dropped their season opener 59-21. There were some things that definitely stood out. We let the Bulldogs run for 243 yards, which is too much. We only ran for 60, so you can see the difference there. That has to get better. We also allowed over 300 yards through the air. We're going to have to tighten it up, or this is going to be a long season. The positives from Saturday, EOU football, Malachi Spurrier picked up right where he left off last year, catching 7 passes for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jason Grant proved why he is an all-conference linebacker with 10 tackles and a tackle for loss. And Blaine Shaw, who's a LeGrand local and was chosen to wear the legacy number 7 number this year, had an interception return for a touchdown. The Mounties go to Walla Walla this Saturday to take on Whitworth in a non-conference game at 1 p.m. EOU volleyball went to Klamath Falls on Friday night and rolled in straight sets 3-0. And then on Saturday, they drove to Ashland for a national top 5 matchup. Unfortunately, the Mounties lost their first game of the year to the Raiders 3-1. That brings their record to 9-1 on the season. They host Evergreen and Northwest this weekend in Quinn. It's at 6 on Friday, 4 on Saturday. And if I know Khaki and this EOU volleyball team, this is going to be a tough week of practice for them. They're going to grind, and they'll come out firing on all cylinders on Friday. EOU cross country is getting ready to get their season started on Saturday the 20th in Portland at the CCC preview. Head coach Ben Welch joined me in studio, and I also sat down with Kristen Mendoza, who's an LHS graduate and a senior, and junior Riley Morris from the women's team. Here's a little sneak peek at the interviews that'll come out this week.
I feel real good about where we're at right now, and that's part of the reason I'm real happy with the time trial. We've been doing that thing every single year since 1999.
Wow.
We did it in 97, did something different in 93, and have done it every year since 99.
Wow.
And
this is where you it's essentially
it's basically
teammates.
a 2-mile race.
Yeah, it's a race
yeah, it's
of
inter
teammates,
squad.
though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
inter squad.
When it comes to what we're trying to really achieve, it's obviously get back and hopefully win another conference title and be the best we can possibly be. But it's the biggest thing with this group is just trying to stay persistent, because we've been on both sides of the equation or spectrum, and we've came 3rd or 4th at in the national poll, and then we went to conference and we kind of like crapped the bed,
Yeah.
and then the next year end up winning it after everybody kind of was like, oh, not too sure if we'd win it and everything.
Right.
So I would say, like flexibility. I don't know if that's the right.
That's a great
That's a word. Flexibility. Ben isn't like judgmental. He's like, if you're like, on Thursdays I strictly swim, he's not going to be like, no, you have to run. He'll be like, okay, if that's what you do, go get in the pool.
Yeah.
So that's something nice. And all of us girls, we get along super well. We have a super good team dynamic. I'm the only one left in my class. We got 2 transfers this year, but like originally at EOU, I had 2 other girls, but they both left or quit running. So then I was just the lone like sophomore. So it was super nice to have like a huge freshman class and them include me and like include everybody else on the team.
I always have a great time when Ben Welch is in the studio. He's the most tenured coach at EOU. I think he's in year 34 or something crazy like that. He always has a lot of good things to say. I enjoy talking. He's so knowledgeable about what he coaches, and he's just so passionate. But then at the same time, he's like very chill and relaxed. It's just always a great conversation. EOU men's soccer hosted Simpson on Sunday. That game was declared a no contest, with EOU leading 3-0 due to lightning. They play Thursday at 3 p.m. in Fullerton, California versus Hope International. I'll have seniors Tawanda Rice and Daniel Kropp on the sports show this week as well. EOU women's soccer went to Walla Walla and got their first win of the season versus Whitman. They are 1-0-2, and there's those ties again, 2 of them. They'll go to Caldwell on Friday and play University of California Merced at 3 p.m. This Friday at 7 p.m. on the EOA network, we will be live streaming Pendleton versus Redmond. So if you don't have anything to do, tune in for some GOL action. Saturday the 21st at the local right here in LeGrand, the fundraiser for the McKinley family. All you can eat breakfast, bacon, and pancakes at 8 a.m. All you can eat tri-tip from noon to 5-ish. Cornhole tournament at 5. They'll have a beer wagon from noon to 9. Concerts are an eye for an eye at 5 p.m. Jeff Carmen Band at 6:30 and Caleb Lathrop at 8 p.m. You can go ahead and go forward. Thank you. 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. there'll be a silent auction and raffle. This is the headliner, Caleb Lathrop. He's a local from Elgin. You can do all of this right there at ticketleap.com/tickets/Cage Courage/the local, or you can go back in the video and scan that QR code. It'll take you right there. The cool thing about this is everything's donated, so all the money goes to the McKinley family. Cade's a 3-sport athlete from LeGrand. His dad is the baseball coach at the high school, and the family's going to need some help with this battle with cancer. So if you have the means, help them out. AM Sports Report brought to you by Happy Habit. If you haven't been there, go check them out. 411 First Street in LeGrand, just for the fun of it.
Good stuff, man.
That was a lot of stuff out
Yeah.
this weekend.
It's always. I was thinking about Ben Welch, and when you talk to somebody like that, and I don't know about you, but when somebody is an expert in their area, but it's like a sport and it's observed, and so on and so forth. Then they talk about some of the details. They voice some of the details that, oh yeah, I've noticed that, but it's just so fascinating to hear kind of the behind the scenes stuff as they talk about,
Ben will talk your ear off too.
Yeah.
He will.
Yeah.
Like I have to all right, we're already at like a half an hour. This is supposed to be 10 minutes. Like,
Right.
We're gonna have to simmer down here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's just a wealth of information there.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people to interview. As you can tell, I mean, he's probably been on my show more than anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and he produced a good kid
Yeah.
that works for us. Yeah. So.
But that's not why I have him on the show.
No.
No, I have him on the show because he's extremely knowledgeable and extremely good. He's just a good interview.
Right.
I mean,
But him being a good person reflects in his kid.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, let's take a look outside. It's kind of cool this morning. Not raining, and then.
I wear a sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's that. It feels like that. I mean,
It's not going to be cool all day.
I love this time of the year. I think the highest. Go to the graphic. The high is like 80, so not 84. Yeah, but the next several days is like the high is in the 60s and 70s.
It's weird. It goes 64, and then 3 days later it's 77.
Yeah.
84, 64, 77.
Yeah, but it looks like not much chance of rain. A little bit of chance tomorrow, 20%, and then next Monday, 40%. So
as long as they're not rain, I'm good.
yeah. So, but those times are coming soon, man.
LeGrand doesn't have another home game until Baker, huh? Till October 10th or something.
I haven't. I am just so week to week. I haven't even been paying attention. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where we're at right now for football.
I mean, I know the next two weekends
Or Pendleton.
are Pendleton only games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the next home game is Baker.
Yeah.
I'm going to look right now just to make sure. But
Yeah. So
we go to Tillamook, we go to Nissa, we go to Ontario. Yeah, the 10th. The 10th, which is that a third? I think that's a Thursday, BC. There is a Thursday game. The 10th. Yeah.
really?
Yep. The Baker game's on a Thursday. Yep. I just noticed that. Yep. I wonder if there's any other games on Thursdays.
That we haven't.
Well,
even,
obviously Baker.
Yeah.
But I wonder if I just noticed that. I had no idea that. Yeah, there's no other. Wait, what's the 26th? What day of the month is that? There's a Thursday game too. Oh, it's a road game. Okay, so Estacada and Pendleton. Wait. Yeah, Estacada and Pendleton is on a Thursday as well. Just noticed that.
Yeah.
Wow. So LeGrand plays Baker on Thursday the 10th of October, and that's the next home game for the Tigers.
Huh.
That's a long ways away. It's a
It
month.
is. Yeah.
It's exactly a month from today.
So, We're still busy. So what are so we have 2 Pendleton games and then a Baker game? What
Yeah,
what
I
is
think
must
that's-
be? Yeah. So for those of you, so since we're doing all 3, since we're doing LeGrand, Baker City, and Pendleton home games, then our lives here in the office have been trying to figure out. Okay, thankfully we've not have any triples, any
There's
3
not,
games.
there aren't any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've had several doubles, and so then trying to figure out how to get those events covered has been like, it's been a week-to-week thing. Yeah, and we finally, after, I don't know how many, 4 games, 5 games we've done, we finally have the systems about smoothed out.
I wonder why they're playing that game on Thursday. There's got to be a reason. Maybe
Yeah.
there's like EOU soccer or something going on Friday.
Oh,
Possibly.
on the field or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how that works. Like with EOU, I know that it's called Community Stadium because the community
Right.
helped pay for it.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure that EOU takes precedence regardless. Like I don't know because they maintain it, and I think that basically if there's something else going on, EOU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get the default.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's how it works. I mean, they're pretty good about working, with schedules and
Yeah.
everything. But yeah, they.
Well, for the most part, it works out, I mean, really well because the EOU seldom uses it on a Friday night, which is when,
Except for soccer.
except for
Almost
soccer.
all soccer games are on Fridays.
Oh, are they? Like
Yeah.
Friday afternoon?
Yeah, I think in the last couple of years though, like they've been trying to switch it to Saturdays and Sundays, but it all depends. Like if I'm looking at the EOU women's soccer, let's see about the 10th October. Yeah, so there is no. I mean, the game is So there's on the 11th that Friday. There's a game at 4.
Okay.
So that means the men play at 6. So the 11th, the stadium is being used by soccer. So that's why that game is bumped back to Thursday, I think. It could be refereeing too. You never know. Like we're short on rest, so there's quite a few reasons it could be. But I mean, if I look at this, I'm saying it's probably because there's soccer games.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday is usually the days that soccer plays, like especially leagues, because they do it kind of like volleyball, where you have a travel partner. So like our travel partner, C of I. So like if say in volleyball we're playing Southern and Klamath Falls. Well, C of I is going down there too, and they're playing the opposite. So if we play Southern on a Saturday, they're playing OIT, and then on Friday we're playing OIT and they're playing Southern.
Okay.
And then we go for the games versus C of I. Those are weekday games. They're usually on a Tuesday. So you play your travel partner on a Tuesday. You go there once, they come here once, and then all the other games, Multnomah, let's see, the 2 Washington schools, so Northwest and Evergreen, you go there, you play it on a Friday and a Saturday. The 2 Southern Oregon schools, you go there, you play it on a Friday and a Saturday. And then the 2 Portland schools, Multnomah and, why do I always have a brain fart when it comes to that other Portland school? Multnomah and Warner Pacific, and then the 2 Salem, Eugene area schools, you play them on the weekend.
Oh, I see.
So that's kind of how the CCC does their scheduling and their away and home games. They do them in groups of 2. Because could you imagine having to go to Southern Oregon to 4 times in a year? That would be that's a long trip.
Right.
It's like an 8-hour trip. It's tough.
So who is LeGrand playing on that Thursday night?
Baker.
Baker. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So it's not I mean, that works out well too. I mean, if it were some school from the west side, then they'd have to take off in the middle of the week. I mean, you'd have a.
There might not be school that Friday too. Who knows?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking it's because of soccer though, so there probably is school.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Well, what else is going on? Anything you can think of?
No. Same old. Right, just
I'm gonna
going
sneeze here.
Fall
Sorry.
sports.
Yeah. Well, and you guys have done well. I mean, this last Friday, we had a play-by-play Jesse Taub in Baker City, and so he's very good. He really is. I mean, I think he's a junior high English teacher or something like that, you know. So
Living vicariously through it.
well, the thing about it is, I mean, he does his homework, man. He studies of course, he knows the players on the Baker team.
Taught them all.
But yeah, I mean, he spends some time looking at the rosters, and
That's good.
yeah,
It's good.
yeah, so
Good.
yeah, and he is like super easy to work with. I'm telling you, he just is like shows up.
Does his thing.
How can I help? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little different because I'm part of the production team too. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Like he doesn't have anything to do.
No,
with,
no,
like,
I'm
the outcome
no. It's not a
of the game.
comparison to you. I'm just saying, yeah.
I mean, I know I can be hard sometimes, but I'm like, I want everything to be like just the top, and we do a really good job of it. Like, I think our team does a great job, but I want everything to just be like smooth and.
Yeah.
You know, and we've worked really hard to get to a point where everything is pretty much seamless, and it's pretty much there.
Yeah.
It really is.
Did you watch the game last night?
Parts of it. I
Parts
had it
of it.
on.
Yeah.
I don't care about either of those teams. So.
But did you watch the game Sunday afternoon with LA? I don't know, the Chargers and Lions.
Of course. No, Raiders. We played the Raiders.
Okay, but
We
who
beat the Raiders.
who did the Lions play?
Why would I know who the Lions played?
Oh, the Lions played.
Like the Lions.
They played New York Jets. So
Are you sure?
yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I watched that game.
I don't
Yeah.
think the Lions played the Jets, BC. The Lions played the let's see. The Lions played the let's see, what day was it?
Sunday night.
I'm pretty sure they didn't play the Jets. They played the Rams on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So that's when.
The Jets played last night.
That's it. Okay, that's the teams. That's what I'm getting
They
confused.
lost to the
yeah.
49ers
Yeah,
last night.
that's okay. Yeah.
Good morning, fellas. It's not a mullet, Cody. Like it's all the same length. Like it's not shaved on the sides. I just tuck it all back.
Yeah.
LA Rams, get out of here. The Rams. Goodness gracious. I hate that the Chargers are LA. Oh. No. I wish they were San Diego still. That was the only highlight of my weekend. My Chargers won. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else on Saturday was, I watched the EOU games and I was like, and then Sunday my Chargers won, thankfully. And my Padres are the hottest team in baseball since the All-Star break. They have the best record.
Do they?
Yeah, they're hot. They're good right now, really good. So that's exciting. But locally, we didn't have a great weekend. Like I said, all the football teams in the Valley lost except for, Powder Valley. They're not even technically in the Valley.
Yeah.
And then EOU football lost. EOU volleyball lost. Like, it was a sad weekend. It was hard.
I remember when you came in yesterday. Like, yeah, it was a sucky sports week. Weekend, yeah.
I try not to let it affect me, but it really does. Like, I'm like, gosh, man, we got beat by Vail. EOU got beat by Montana Western. EOU volleyball got beat by Southern.
Yeah.
Like, at least the soccer teams won.
No, it's funny because I think I asked you, like, how did it go? No, I asked Gabe, how did it go? How did it go Friday night? Because I was doing our own game. I wasn't able to watch. How did it? Yeah. He said, how did it go? He's like, we got walloped. And I'm like,
it's hard to be on the mic when you're getting.
I know, but what I said, I was referring to how did the production go,
Yeah.
and he was like, oh, okay, yeah. So,
I don't know
he
if
said in
people
my ear he
realize
doesn't like to
that.
be thrown under the bus. What's that?
I don't know if people realize how hard it is to talk
when you're getting beat like that.
Yeah. And try not to be negative and point out all the bad stuff. But especially I consider myself pretty knowledgeable when it comes to football, so I can like see some tendencies that I really want to point out, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the coach. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a sideline coach. I do kind of break it down a little bit, but I try not to be negative Nancy. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm honest with people. Like LeGrand is gonna struggle a little bit this year. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
Yeah, Cup did have a good game. And Kelsey, I was watching that game with Kelsey and Kyle, and he graduated from Eastern Washington. So, anyhow.
I don't really pay attention to the Rams.
Yeah.
They're the second team in LA in my eyes, even though they were there first.
They're the second
He's
LA
from
team?
Yakima. I remember on the way to Seattle, you go through the town that Cooper Kupp grew up in. I don't remember what it's called. It's a small town.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll tell you what high school he went to. There's a lot of... I knew Loudon was a Rams fan. I saw that picture. He went to Davis High School in Yakima. So I guess he grew up outside of Yakima, but
went to high school.
Yeah, I saw that picture on Facebook of Loudon's family. They all wearing Cooper Kupp shirts and jerseys. And then his wife, or whatever, significant, I don't know if they're married or whatever. It don't matter. She says, we're not even fans. We're Seahawks fans. He makes us wear the... I'm calling you out, Loudon. Like somebody commented, like, I thought you guys were Seahawks fans. We are. He just made us wear this for the picture.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, alrighty. You want to get us out of here?
Let's do it.
All right.
On this day, September 10th, 1913, the Lincoln Highway opens as the first paved coast-to-coast highway across the United States. 1945, on this day, Mike, the headless chicken, is decapitated in Fruita, Colorado. This chicken lived for 18 months without a head. For
Really?
real. Yeah. And you know how it died? It choked to death. For reals. Look it up. I mean, it's a real thing. 1953, Swanson sells its first TV dinner. And I was just talking about this the other day. Like, kids nowadays don't understand that back in the days, your TV dinner came in tin foil. You couldn't put it in the microwave. You had to heat the oven and cook that thing for like 45 minutes before you could eat it.
There were no microwaves.
And then you had to wait for it to cool down.
Right.
Well, there was microwaves in the 80s. I mean, I remember having a microwave.
But when did it? Right, but when did this come out? Yeah.
1953, but this was popular all the way through like the 80s.
Right, absolutely.
And, like when I was a kid, I remember having to turn the oven on, wait for it to heat up, cook that thing.
Yeah, because they were frozen in foil.
Yeah, in tin foil. Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa, I just lost my earpiece. That's not good. Anyways, 1984, on this day, the first episode of daily syndicated TV game show Jeopardy! With Alex Trebek as the host. 1991, rock band Nirvana releases their single Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's often dubbed the anthem of Generation X. It ain't my anthem, though. And I'm Generation X. I mean, it was a good song, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. Yeah. 2020, wildfires in Oregon caused 500,000 people to evacuate, which is 10% of the population of Oregon, with unprecedented 900,000 acres burnt. Well, it might have been unprecedented. I'm taking this out.
Okay.
But we broke that record by a lot this year already. 1.5 million right now is where we're sitting for acres burnt, and they considered 2020 a bad year with 900,000 acres, and we're 600,000 over that. So that's just kind of shows where we're at fire-wise. On this day, the number one song in 1994, "I'll Make Love to You" by Boyz II Men. I think that was my second concert I ever went to. And that was in 1994. The quote of the day comes from Robert Frost. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. One more time. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Robert Frost.
All right.
Yeah, quick one today.
Yep. Thank you guys for tuning in. And
We'll be back Thursday.
yep. See you soon.